Hi, everybody. It's me, Jenny Zigrino. It's been a minute. I'm recording this on Zoom because I just have not. I haven't had the time to bring an actual camera with me. I don't want to use my phone, but I know I have to get another episode of Roadkill out because it's been forever, and I've done nothing but be on the road. I've been on the road for so long, and you guys need to know how it's going, and it's fine. This weekend is okay. Let's talk about the Mercury retrograde for a minute and how seems to be affecting everything. Podcasts have not been working out well. Communication's been rough. I did two this weekend. I'm in Texas. I was in Houston on Thursday. Currently, I'm in Dallas, and both shows, for whatever reason, the minute I get there, turns out there's a fucking festival happening. So my ticket sales have been not great. Is it me? I mean, if they liked me, wouldn't they just have showed up? Probably. Also, I'm going to say I'm looking at the screen, okay? And I look so wet right now. I'm so greasy looking. I'm like not using my regular foundation and makeup, and I'll be honest, it's making me look I look like a plastic doll. I look like I'm made of liquid, like I'm the Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall, whatever it was, not Total Recall. Oh my God, Terminator 2, liquid guy. That's me. I'm feeling sexy about it. So I'm in my hotel room. You can tell by in the back, it is just an absolute horror show nightmare of stuff everywhere. There's just shit everywhere. I am so embarrassed whenever I tour with someone. There's always shit everywhere. There is just, I can't help it. I feel bad. I also need to check real quick to make sure that we are recording on the Yeti. Oh, thank God. Okay. Again, Mercury is in retrograde and stuff is weird. I've had my first caffeinated cup of coffee in like 2, 3 days. I'm trying to quit caffeine. It's not working. Mm, yeah, baby. It's not good. Okay. So I don't like to tour with other comedians anymore because I just am like, I just am like havoc chaos every time. Everything is everywhere. There's a backpack, there's a bag, my underwear is like on the floor, my socks are everywhere. There's like dirty leggings just sitting in a pile. And I don't want people to know what a little garbage rat that I truly am, which is I am. I'm a little garbage rat hoarding fiend. So yeah, I've been a little disappointed this this tour because these festivals, like, no one knew or no one told me. I don't know. It's just like, oh, great. I got to compete. In Houston, I had to compete with an actual comedy festival. I had to compete with a comedy festival that I'm not even on. I wasn't even booked on that festival. But it was fun. It was nice to see old friends. It's good to go to these festivals, see friends, feel important. And that's fine because next week I'm going to be at Moon Tower. Not next week, in 2 weeks. I'm going to be at Moon Tower. I'm going to be doing some of my own shows. I'm also going to be doing the goddamn comedy jam. I'm doing Surrounded. I'm super excited. I'm very pumped for this. So, this month is April. This is one of those months where I am on the road every single day. I will be home for 2 days in the middle of the month, and that's it. So far, this is the tour of April, okay? We've got Houston, Dallas. I'm going to Seattle to see my boyfriend. A little soft launch on that. Yeah, I have one. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, fellas, for all the creepy DMs I used to send you. So I have uh Seattle, and then I'm gonna go home for 2 days, and then I go to Moon Tower in Austin, and then I'm one day in Buffalo. Come to the Buffalo show. It's really cool. It's for a good cause. And then I'm a week in Vegas, and I get back April 29th, and then April 30th. On April 30th, I it is the 1 year anniversary of my sister Sasha's passing, and my mother wants us all to go in a helicopter and spread her ashes over the ocean. And I'm gonna say that I feel like it might backfire, as in her ashes might backfire into the helicopter and into our mouth. And you know what? That's the most I can hope for, honestly. I think Sasha, she had a fun sense of humor and she would have laughed a lot. I would have done that. If they were doing my ashes, I would have been like, I don't even like the water. See y'all later. Give me a kiss with your mouth. It's so dark, isn't it? It is really dark. But get used to it because I am preparing for a new hour that I'm gonna be taping this year, in order to make room for the next hour, which will be about death. And maybe some other stuff too. Who knows what happens between now and then. But yeah, completely packed. And it's insane. Hold on, I really quick gotta take this text, and I'll tell you guys in a second why I gotta take this text. Da, 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 da. Uh, hold on. I'm not even gonna edit this out. I'm just gonna just gonna keep it. So I've had some of you might know I do have another job. Okay, here's the hypocrite of the season, Jenny Zigrino. I shit on people for owning a house. I own a house, everybody, but I don't live in this house. It is an Airbnb rental property that I started during the pandemic because I thought that I would never work again, and instead I am now shackled to this small business that I hate. And I shouldn't even like I should do a whole thing on like how Airbnb and this whole rental passive income shit is bullshit. It's not fucking passive. It's another goddamn job. Also, people are terrible. I don't know if you know that, but they're like people who stay at Airbnbs, most of them are really bad people. One woman yelled at me. She didn't yell at me, but she gave me a really bad review because she said my dishwasher was gross, which I don't understand. It's a dishwasher. It washes dishes. Like it does that. And she didn't tell me it was gross before. She just said it was gross and didn't like that there was clutter under the sink. It's under the sink. Why are you looking? Why are you eating your fucking dinner under the sink? I don't know, maybe if you think the dishwasher is so gross, okay, maybe you're a person that eats under the sink, you fucking creep. What if she's like a fan? She knows. She's like, I really liked Jenny, but her house was gross. My house is beautiful, everybody, okay? It's very nice. I'll tell you all about it and some more material about how I'm a fucking hypocrite. Anyways, so deal with that. We'll deal with it later. I just don't even care anymore. I don't even care. Life is short. Whatever. People are upset with me all the time. You just got to get used to it. People are upset. People are upset because they want to be upset. If something's not perfect, they just want to blame somebody. It's okay. So just yeah. So I'm a little nervous about the 30th. It's gonna be a little nerve-wracking to be in a helicopter. And there's a weight limit on the helicopter too. Like, I don't need to be fat shamed for being too fat to be in a helicopter with my family to throw my sister's ashes over the ocean. But I guess, you know what? That's what we're going to do to honor her. And I love her and I love my family. So, what's up, Ozempic? Let's go. Let's lose some weight. Let's lose 30 pounds. Um, my friend was like, "Why are you going to helicopter? Because do you want to join your sister?" I don't like helicopters. We'll see how it goes. So it's just been packed. This month's gonna be insane. May slows down a little bit. So this trip I did take, okay, big news. I took a checked bag. Holy shit. Yeah. Packed one side full of clothes, one side full of other shit. I will say this, if you're gonna be taking a checked bag, okay, roll stuff up. And then whatever you put in, take out 5 items. Honestly, whatever you put in too much. I know that I put in too much. Okay, I already know that I did. Also, I bought stuff. You're going to buy stuff. That's the thing that people don't think about is when you're on tour, you're buying shit. Sometimes I find a shirt that I like. Sometimes I find stuff I like, which brings me to the next segment of Jenny bought stuff at one of the festivals that's ruining her show, but I think it was worth it. So there's an art festival here in Dallas, and I got these pieces, this pottery, and I'm not much of a pottery person. I'm not like a person who buys a lot of art because I'm broke most of the time. That's not true. Manifesting money, 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 money. Okay. But I got this pottery and I'm in love with this pottery. Okay. I'm in love with it. I'm going to show you some of these pieces and you're going to love it. So it's by this guy named John Houston here in Dallas. He makes these amazing cutout pottery pieces and they just look so beautiful and so gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's perfect. It's got so much detail and so many like it's just such a pretty plate. This is a nice plate. Like maybe I can serve like a crudité on this one for when I'm entertaining my guests. We'll put that away. And then I got a matching one, kind of matching, a little different. Whoa, this is a big serving plate. Look at that one. Ooh, this one kind of gives me communist China vibes. My friend said the other one, this one looks like R2D2. I agree. I see that. And this one has communist China. These are great. How much would you pay for these? I don't know. I would say these would probably be like a $200 serving tray. Do you know how much it was for both? $80, motherfucker. $80 for both. Yeah, this one was $35. That's insane. That is so cheap. I had to go back. I had to go back. And it turns out that some of my friends got married. So I was like, I should buy them a wedding present. So it was an excuse just to buy more stuff. And I don't even know if I'm going to give them the thing I bought them because I might like it too much and just I'll give them a plate or something. But anyways, so big reveal. Okay. And there was lots of really great art there. Go to an art festival, go look at art, go have fun, go walk around and see all the weird shit and all the weird, it's always like robots and steampunk stuff at this shit, but it'll be fun. Also, like, there's always one person that is not a very good artist and they always do nude women, like just like almost like gratuitous nude women. One was like this lady was choking herself and masturbating. And it was, I'm going to say the form wasn't great. You could call it outsider art if you want. You know, if you want to be nice, not my cup of tea. So we've got these two bowls, okay? Two bowls. You're like, Jenny, those are just like cute little speckled bowls. They are cute little speckled bowls, but you know what they go to? They go to this fucking chip dip plate. Look at this. Oh my God, it's so nice. And then the little bowls just fit right in there. Oh my gosh. So you can have your dips and then all your chips. I love a chip and a dip. Okay. This is perfect for entertaining. I hope my friends like it. They might not get it. I might just keep it. And so here's the thing. Now that I have a check bag, I got lots of clothes in there. I will pad these in the clothes and hopefully nothing will break. But honestly, I don't know. Well, oh, I shouldn't have bought pottery. That was stupid. I shouldn't have bought pottery, but it was so nice. I loved it so much. I love getting little trinkets and little pieces of art wherever I go. And so then we did went for like a walk and stuff, and I met up with some of the comedians. And it was a good day. I had this conversation today with a friend who is equally a road dog, and she's amazing. Jasmine Ellis, please check her stuff out. She's great. I love her. And we were talking about how we do this job and I'm getting paid a certain amount of money, but then all the stuff that goes into getting here doesn't make the money worth it, right? So it's like all the food or the travel or the time and all this stuff, and you do all these things to save money because you think you have to, and then it just nothing ever works out, and then you just kind of end up being, in the red instead of the black. Is that what it? I don't know. I don't know small business terms. I don't understand. But then I kind of broke it down where it's like, okay, like you can't be measuring life so much in these monetary ways. You really can't. Like you can nickel and dime everything. You can say that like, you know, let's say you're going on a date and meeting your person, but it's like the cost of the app, it costs you $100 to meet someone on the app, and then it costs you $50 to get a new pair of shoes for the date, and then it's da 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 da, and then oh God, I'm out $300 just to meet somebody. And it's like, but that's not what this is about. This is stuff, it's like you're about an experience, right? Like you put the money in so that you didn't have to look through all the free matches, okay? Which we all know are not the ones that you want because the dating apps are rigged and they only give you the shitty ones at the beginning in order to hook you so then you'll actually pay for it. But eventually you do get the good matches when you pay for it. So whatever, you've saved time, time is money. And then it's the new shoes, but it's like, but okay, but so you bought new shoes. What a nice experience to buy new shoes. Maybe you would have bought the new shoes anyways. Who knows? It's just like all these things that we think are going against our monetary gains actually are part of the experience rather than the monetary. That's what we have to think about is like all this stuff is experience. Money comes and goes. It flows, it ebbs, it flows. I mean, I've had times when I've been completely broke, like, going to Costco for some samples because I was hungry and didn't want to buy food and renting out every part of everything, renting my car, renting my apartment, renting, like doing everything to just make ends meet. And then there's times when I've like been pretty well off with cash. So it does ebb and flow, but it's all kind of what happens. Like, yeah, okay, so I'm making an X amount of money, but then I spent this money on this pottery, and then I went and ate out, and then I did this. But it's like, oh, but it's also the experience, right? It's the time. It's like I got great pieces of art and I enjoyed a good meal and whatever it is, and that it adds to the experience, and that money will come back to you. I've always found that I always lose money when I try to save money. Always. Like all the dumb things that I would do to like save 25 bucks here and 30 bucks there. It's like, okay, so the hotel is $100 cheaper, but it's 25 minutes out versus getting the more expensive hotel that's in the center of town. What does that save you? It saves you time. It saves you money in the long run because you're not doing Ubers and whatever. It's like I would book I would book plane tickets 3 hours away from my gig because it was like $200 cheaper and be like, I'm gonna rent a car. And then I would drive like 4.5 hours. That's 8 hours. What's my hourly wage worth that 8 hours? Versus like I could have just been there and done it, whatever. For example, one thing for here when I was in Houston, I was like, how do I get to Dallas? I'll drive. Car rental's 280. I'll take a bus. That's 50 bucks, 5.5 hours. I was like, fine, I'm just gonna fly. It was 220 bucks, but I got here in an hour and then I gotta take a nap. Like I wasn't tired and in a shitty mood. Like I did come and cry. I will say I cried a lot in the hotel room. It was like the first moment I had to myself and I fucking wept, baby boys and girls. I just cried, but I needed to do it. It was something I needed to do. So I think as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more of a person of convenience is worth it to live a good life. And what a good life is completely up to you. What a good life is to me is different than anybody else. And life can just keep getting better. Or your sibling that you love so much dies and then life is terrible. But that's whatever. That's life. So we got some good pottery and we're heading tomorrow to Seattle. We've got some shows in Seattle that I'm pretty excited for. Um, and were there any times you tried to save money and it fucked you over? I'm sure there's plenty. I'm sure there's a million ways that you tried to save money and it completely fucked you over in the long run. Oh, one time I tried to get to Paris. I was studying abroad in London and I was like, I'm gonna get to Paris. Oh, but the Eurostar is 125 pounds, you know, uh, like round trip at the time. And I was like, I know, I'll take a train to Dover, then from Dover take a ferry, and then from Calais take a train to Paris. And it took a whole day, and it didn't cost that much cheaper because then I had to take a cab from the port to the train station. And then on the way back, there was a storm that stopped us from going across the channel. So then I was just stuck in Calais. And everything was by the time we got to Dover it was 2 in the morning. And I slept in the fucking um a place where like women go to breast milk to like pump their breast milk, like a little like area where I'm sure pregnant moms like should use that area. I was like, fuck these people. And I just locked myself in and I napped because there was like when I slept on a fucking concrete floor of this nursing room. Because to save 50 quid, come on, Zigrino. And that's a hard thing to get rid of, like the scarcity mindset. And I know that I'm just starting to come out of the whole like manifestation scarcity mindset stuff because I think it's pretty much kind of a scam most of the time. But there is something to be said for like when you know that you'll always be taken care of, you'll always have money or you'll always have food or whatever, there is something to be said that it just does end up showing up, right? It's the same way as like if you're focused on something, all that stuff ends up showing up. If you're focused on all the way people hate you, then more people are going to show that they hate you because that's what you're looking for. So if you're looking for the fact that you don't have any money all the time, then feels like the universe is going to be like, well, I guess you don't want money. So we'll take it away from you when you get it. You know, if you're always like, I'm always broke, the minute you get money, your brain's like, well, I guess I got to spend it because I'm always broke. That's my identity. But if your identity is someone who always like kind of has money and is okay, then you'll be okay. Maybe that's very classist and reductive, but that's fine. So come see me on the road. We're gonna do some more road stuff. And I will be reporting from what's it called? Moon Tower and reporting from Seattle. And you guys will get to, you know, we're doing this again. We're taking a trip. We're seeing stuff. We're seeing what it's like to be on the road as you know, you see me like, look how fucking dirty this all is. That's my bra. It's just out. As I see you guys from the road. So until then, mwah, adieu, adieu, adieu.